Welcome in, everybody. This is Schmoney Mondays live show. All right, y'all, here we go. For the month of March, we call upon you graciously with love and light and for the greater good of all involved. What is it that we need to know about March 2021 for our greater good and with love and light spirit? We call upon you graciously. What is it that we need to know, spirit? Some of y'all about to be working for real. What is it that we need to know? Thank you, DJ. Thank you. And to our lovely studio audience. Woo! And my amazing patrons. Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Wait. Let me put this to our normal. Oh, okay. This is we're definitely going to be working this month. And I'm hearing Spirit say this is work, this is business work, this is work around the house, this is ritual work, this is healing work. We're getting the Magician card, and Spirit is just reminding us that reminding us that we have the tools that we need. Like we have the tools that we need to complete this work. Okay, that's what I'm getting really, really loudly. You have what you need to complete this work. You know, sometimes we like to fixate on, oh, I don't have it yet, so I can't start. You have what you need. You have what you need. Okay. You are going to get told to delegate. You're going to get told to, some of you might be acquiring a team. Okay, I'm hearing that, or having to work with others in a way that you might not have done before. Okay. I'm definitely seeing where some of you are going to have to put y'all boss hat on, y'all leadership, and really speak up. Okay, that's very important, very, very important. Being able to say, this is what needs to get done. I'm also seeing where some of you are going to be getting more money as well. Money coming from mysterious places. Maybe you forgot that, maybe you paid too much on a bill or something like that, or you're just going to be getting money. Okay, you're going to be getting money. 9 of coins. I'm also seeing too with this 9 of coins where maybe a lot of things that some seed that you have planted already and you reap some benefits already, but March is where things might boom. March is where you might March is where you may go viral. Some of you are working towards that, or I'm seeing maybe more followers or something like that, or more clients, or there's just more work. Okay, there's more opportunities for abundance. Okay, I'm seeing you all also, some of you having the opportunity to save money. Like you might be receiving some resources where it gives you the opportunity to actually save. Okay. I'm hearing that really, 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 really loud. If you know that you need to save, March would be the best time for you to save. Okay. And some of you need to stay in the house. If you've been ripping and running and doing this and that and all over the place, you've been traveling, you are going to get called to sit the fuck down. To sit down. There's still a panorama. Yes, I mean, we're getting the hermit card. Okay. Some of you need to take a couple of steps back from a situation. Okay. And I'm not saying, lock yourself in the house or whatever, but like just be really mindful about the places and the spaces that you're in. Definitely might want to definitely might want to kind of protect your space. Make sure you're not like, I don't want to say make sure, but like just be mindful of who you're inviting into your space. Be very mindful. Be mindful of the energy that they leave. Okay, moving on to the card that I pulled. Again, some of you are going to be, and again, we got this boat imagery coming into play. Some of you are going to be hitting a lot of goals this month as well, or even just seeing where some goals can be possible if you take a certain opportunity, or if you, right, this ain't, if you meet someone or have a certain conversation, you can see like, I can see how this will take me where I need to go. I'm definitely seeing elevation. In March, you really want to allow yourself to be seen. You really, 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 really want to allow yourself to be seen. If you're someone who is trying to be like out there, and this honestly, this isn't even just about like business or anything. This is also too at work. Like seriously, like this is even at work. Like it's time for you to elevate. Okay, even if you're working on just a regular old 9 to 5, like it's time for you to elevate. It's time. Like for some of you, you might have been getting called into these leadership roles or just doing some sort of training that's going to set you apart from everyone else. Okay, that is what Spirit is asking you. You need to set yourself apart from everybody else. How are you different? How do you bring value? And they're saying authentically, okay? That word is so important. Authentically. How are you different? How are you unique? Are you a sheep? How are you leading the way? How are you being innovative in your space? How are you thinking about new ways of moving and new ways of living, new ways of doing home? That's so important for the month of March. Not in spirit saying, not just toying with the idea, getting this Two of Pentacles and they're like juggling this Two of Pentacles, not just toying with the idea of doing things differently, actually doing it, actually implementing some of these new things, these new ideas that you're thinking of. They're like, I don't like this. I just said it the other day. I was watching this show and I was like, I'm so sick of this millennial pink, blue, white aesthetic. Like I'm over it. Like I'm so over that aesthetic, that pastel aesthetic. I'm so over it. So you're saying like is how are you going to change and how are you going to allow yourself to evolve? Some of the ideas that you were like, I'm gonna pin that for later. Like this is the later. Like March is the time where you want to really start to implement some of these new ideas. Okay, and really not giving a fuck what anyone will say. Like that's also really important because they're saying like it's about you being your authentic self, you being who you are. You showing up authentically. Maybe even you showing some sort of vulnerability as well. Okay. Because all these bolts, we have these bolts again. These bolts. Yeah, also has the King of Cups, who also has a bolt too. So it's this level of vulnerability and openness that has to happen for you to be your completely authentic self. And again, like this isn't just, if you're an influencer or a business owner, entrepreneur, or whatever. This is also too if you are just everyday 9 to 5. They're like, it's time for you to stand up and stand out. It's time for you to say, hey, this is where my value is. This is how I'm valuable to this project. This is how I'm valuable in this space. Hear me. Hear what I'm saying. Your words are very important this month. Very, very, very important. It's really, really important to what mental, it's very saying like what mental carousel are you on? They're showing me a carousel. The carousel is the one that goes around, right? Mm-hmm. What mental carousel are you on? What thoughts are you holding on to? What ideas are you holding on to that just do not fit in your narrative anymore? Anymore. Communication is going to be huge in March. It's going to be huge in March. Huge in March. Communication, speaking. And I'm not gonna lie, Spirit is sitting here telling me like some people are going to also be feeling it really, really hard financially in March. Some people are going to hit a wall. You're going to see people really, really hurting in March. Did they pass the bill for us to get the money? Yeah, so it's like people waiting around, like, what we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Like, I need the money. I need the money. It's going to be a lot of that. So you're going to hear people in these cycles of lack. Now, so you're saying like we're not asking you to try to change other people's change. Yeah, I didn't think so either. Change how people think unless you want to, unless these are people that are really close to you. They're saying that is not your responsibility. You're responsible for self and your mindset. But you might find yourself in conversations where people are like, damn, yo, I'm broke. I ain't got no money. This some bullshit. Da, 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 da. And it's going, and granted, we all go through it, right? But how long are we going to be on that carousel before we be like, oh, absolutely. But again, which carousel are you on? Tamika says, I feel communication is also going to be key in how we speak to ourselves. It's so important. What are the thoughts that are going on in your head? Are they filled with lack? Because if so, like, so you're saying like the March is going to be financially heavy for a lot of people. It'll be easy for you to attract that because it's close. So it's also saying that in March, some of you will also be making very clear decisions about moving, clear plans on moving, on going forward. And this could be, all right, I'm moving in a few weeks. This could be, all right, I'm about to get on a plan because I'm ready to move in a year, 2 years. Like I'm definitely seeing where a lot of planning is happening around moving. Okay. And these are pretty big moves. Some of these are big moves, out of the country moves, overseas, moving to the next state, moving to a place where you may not know a lot of people, working out of state or working out of the country. That's also very important too, working out of the country. Some of you might be getting opportunities to work out of the country. I'm also hearing spirit say that like they're saying how you speak is how you manifest. How you speak is how you manifest. It's major. Changing how we speak and changing our mentality around certain things. It is major. And it's fair saying also too that some of you are on the flip side of this point of being able to really build and expand in March. In the four of staffs, really being able to flourish, really doing a lot of beautiful collab work. If there's somebody that you want to work with, March might really be a good time to reach out to them, let them know what you want to do, if you want to work with them, because they might also be getting that same call too. Like, hey, how can we work together? I want to work with you. A lot of collab happening. Like that teamwork make the dream work as well. And I'm also seeing too where um someone may reach out to you and give you an opportunity that can change your entire life for the better, for the better, for the better. A lot of divine meetings as well. And I say meetings because these are not all partnerships. These are conversations, these are interactions and experiences that you might be sharing with someone else. Okay, we're getting the two of cups, and it's again like it's giving also this four of cups, this four of wands, excuse me, four of wands energy as well. What can we do together? And this might be something slight, like this might be a moment. This might not be a forever thing. This might be somebody bringing a resource to you that you didn't even know existed. You didn't even know it was a thing. Spirit's also saying to kind of coming to the end of our reading for the month. They're speaking about closure. So I don't know if somebody has been looking for closure. looking for closure lately. If you've been looking for closure, I'm hearing Spirit say, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get the closure that you're looking for. They're saying, unfortunately, you are going to have to do the heavy lifting. You're gonna have to do the heavy lifting on your own. The emotional, like you have to carry the emotional baggage, but also being able to let it go and put it down. It's too heavy. I don't need to carry this shit around with me. I don't need to carry this heavy baggage with me. We're getting the Eight of Cups. We're also getting the King of Swords. Yes, I love that, Kayla. Be our own closure. You're gonna have to do some of the heavy lifting. And it might seem like a burden, but this closure is important. They say you don't have time to wait on this person. There's things that need to be done. There's things that you need to go do. There's growth that comes from doing this sort of lifting.